So, I guess this is like a interesting video that is going to happen. I mean, again, we're in a completely different location.
Switching it up. I mean, we're still. I mean, I'd say we're still in the testing phase. You know.
Yeah.
So like.
Yeah, we're really trying to get ready for this next school year coming up. But definitely we jumped from red to this wide space. So
I like it.
You like it more?
It. Yeah, I think I like it.
It's definitely better. I mean, white is always reading better than red. I mean, that's definitely sure.
It's more peaceful. It's not just angry. You know.
Yeah, I 100% agree. It's not like Angry Birds, big red.
Yeah, I mean. Bear came with you though. So
Of course he did. I didn't really point him out at the beginning of the video last time, but he came with me. I mean, he is going to be placed. He's staying with us for a while. He's gonna be with us. I hope he's like this, like going to be behind me this whole time to support me through this journey. But yes, so yeah, we changed studio.
Yep.
We are in my house. As easiest way as we can put it. We're on my couch in my house.
We'll see how long this lasts.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes. I mean, we're testing it out. Yeah, I mean, but I feel like it's definitely like good vibes. I feel like the couch.
It's calm.
Something about the couch is like relaxing. It's definitely gonna be a good turnaround for the podcast. I feel like.
Yep.
But we're also shooting ahead.
Yeah.
We should mention that.
Let's see what. 3 or 4 podcasts.
Yeah, it's May 6th. We're trying to get ahead like 3 weeks.
3 weeks,
something
I think.
like that, so we can be in our comfort zone for this month. I mean, we're gonna be talking later a little bit about what are our plans. Coming up, but yeah, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, so we're just planning on shooting ahead. So. I know Chase doesn't live here, so he doesn't have any clothes for change. And at this point, I'm not gonna change.
Yeah, I don't see a point.
If we address it already, then there's no point of.
Exactly.
Changing.
We're just chilling.
Exactly. It's calm. So yeah, but how are you doing today after our graceful day with the last set of finals at the Penn State University?
I'll be honest. Today was a little rough.
Was it?
Personally,
what happened?
I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. Like, honestly, materials wasn't that bad. It took maybe like 20, 25 minutes.
Find president?
To figure out a building. I don't know what you did, because we did the same prompt, right? You did the history, history
we had
paragraph.
The same one. Yeah, the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ended up doing falling water.
I did shell structure.
You just picked like shell structure just in general?
Well, I picked one of the structures that was in the book that I found, but it was a shell structure. So I more talked about shell structures.
That's valid.
Rather than, because I was doing we had the water, I'm pretty sure. Then we had like modern, and then we had precise. It was stone. Stone. So I choose precise because it's shell structure.
Okay, I would have done
modern.
I would have done modern with shell. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was thinking about doing modern, but I asked Orsoya, our prof, if this is what I should do, and she was like, you're choosing the good, but you have to decide if it's modern or if it's precise. So at that point, I'm like, it's modern, but at the same time, you have to be precise with the design.
You do have to be precise. You have to be very precise.
Exactly. So basically, in my whole essay, I just wrote about like the tension aspect, how precise these designs have to be, how like it like affected 3 years. I kind of like bullshitted the last paragraph, which was just like it was like leaning back to like, how is this like different? I didn't really know what to say, so I kind of just like.
How many paragraphs did you write?
Like 3.
Huh. I did 1, but it was like a long paragraph. It was just like a.
I filled up I took a empty piece of paper, and I mainly wrote the whole paper.
I did the front half, like what was left at the bottom there.
I wrote notes on there.
Gotcha.
I filled the whole thing with notes that's why I was taking so long with the book, because
You were doing notes.
I was just taking notes because there was a whole like description on shells, and there was like Heinz Isler, who's a German architect. He's a designer, so he's one of the main guys for the shell structure. So
Yeah.
he was they were describing. There was an image of his disc, so I just used that.
That's valid. I did, yeah. So I used that front half, and then I used probably half of the back side too. So about
Okay, that's valid.
little under a page, but
I mean, I
It
didn't
was
fill the
enough.
whole page. I like had left a little bit blank
Yeah.
at the bottom, so it's calm.
did you have any sketches?
Yep. But I didn't put sketches on the piece of paper. I put it on our like paper that she gave out
Okay.
because I talked to her and I asked her if like first of all I asked her if I have to write in the essay like the architects and like all those dates and everything, and she said if it's somewhere visible on the paper then you're fine, you don't have to rewrite it. I still rewrote it just for the sake of it, but I put drawings on that paper. I handed to her two pieces of paper, so
Gotcha.
she has two things.
Yeah.
Because it would be just easier. But I heard that she grades the best one out of the three.
We're saved.
So how much did you study for that exam?
No.
You didn't?
I'll be honest. So I prepped for it, and I got all my notes and stuff. And I guess technically I studied because I went back through every single lecture and I wrote down in my
So you
sketchbook.
did study.
Yeah, I guess technically I did. I went down and I wrote down everything that I thought could be used for an essay.
Okay.
Used none of it, but that doesn't matter. So I did that, and then mainly I just started printing things. So I had
Okay.
several of the readings. Didn't help. I brought in croquis.
That
I think
should have helped. She said
Those,
that's
yeah, those I think helped, but that was what John did.
Okay.
And then, yeah, that was about it.
I think Jerissa did the best out of us three. His drawings were really nice. Marcel was struggling a little bit. He was the one who did the assignment too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think he was struggling, but he was like asking questions to Orsoya, and I was kind of like, maybe he is like struggling a bit. I was just writing, so
Yeah.
whatever.
I think either Topper or I did the best.
Yeah.
Because with the exercise 3, having those different types of walls.
I didn't really even understand what it was, but I saw Jerissa put 3 types of walls.
Yeah, it was 3 different types of walls. You could pick CMU or fired brick masonry.
Okay.
We did CMU. And
We did fire brick.
Okay.
Jerissa chose fire brick.
Yeah. So we did CMU, and it was the solid layer, multi-layer, and reconstructed / renovated.
Okay.
And I had those in my notes, so
okay.
I just took out my sketchbook. I threw it down over on that Matt's side. And you just started going.
Yeah, that's valid. No. So I studied 0 for this exam. Not even looked over my notes. The notes that I don't have because I didn't show up to classes. Not show up to classes. I showed up to classes, but like, you cannot really take notes in that class. I feel like
It's a hard class to take notes. Like the half the slides don't have stuff that you could take notes on.
Exactly.
And the ones that do, she goes through them too quick.
I 100% agree. So I just kind of I just studied for AE. I'm gonna keep it a buck, and I think that helped me on the exam because
I wish I studied a
because
bit more for AE.
First page. I think, but he said he's gonna go. Everyone said he's gonna go lenient on us. So like for me not to pass, like something actually cruel has to happen. Like I actually am like my grade wasn't great, but
my grade is not great.
Well, we know what each other grades are.
That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm hoping I didn't do terrible on that.
Yeah, me neither. Like I want to I don't I just want to pass the class.
I want to pass the class.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that should be alright. I mean, it's over at this point. And as we talked before the podcast, we apparently can now fail the class and be fine with studio, which is surprising to me. But our friend Nelson told me that today.
Yeah. I feel like that's not that big of a problem though. Just because like certain classes like that, we can catch up in studio. Like we're supposed to know it, but we will learn it again. Yeah. Everybody's going to learn it again in studio.
Yeah, exactly.
So overall, it's like, I don't think that's much of a problem.
Yeah, I agree.
It would be funny, like, if that was still a problem, and then I failed it. But I wonder if I'd be the first person to podium for NCMA, yet failed the semester.
No, come on.
That would be funny.
Yeah, I should be fine.
Yeah.
I don't see it as a big deal. But
now we have free time.
Yeah, now we have free
so
time.
Nice.
Actually, like, got off today after the finals. I was just like, what do I do now? This, like, I feel like we got off and everyone was like, yeah, boom, like, freedom. And I just kind of got off and I was walking with Marcel and I was kind of like, I guess I'm going to go watch my game. But, like, I do that either way when we have school or not. Now, and then after the game, I was kind of like, I didn't eat anything today. So I was kind of like, I guess I'll run to Mickey D's. Like, it was kind of like,
yeah.
Went to Mickey D's. Okay, hold up, side rant. Because why in the heck there's no people in Mickey D's? When I was last time talking to you, there was a whole line when the power went out, which we are gonna talk about. But there was no people today in the drive-through. There was no one, not a single car when I got there. There was a total of 3 people at the parking lot. And I'm pretty sure all those cars were for workers.
That's crazy.
I was so happy. I entered, it was empty. I'm like, thank you. Like, what? Like, it was like I'm in heaven or something. Like I don't know. I thought it was amazing having the fact that it was just empty. I mean, seeing how it was last week, end of last week, it was definitely something that I was excited about. But yeah, I kind of just like got out of the exam and I was like, what now? So I like got McDonald's, ate it, and I was like, okay, what now? Because we had a scheduled time at what we're gonna meet, so it's like this like period of time that I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't feel like playing video games, honestly, and I don't. Watching a movie right now, too early. It's like 7 p.m. Like I could just lay on the couch and put a show on, but like, it's because we do so much in architecture that it's kind of like going from this like doing to not doing is like kind of like
it dropped off like just immediately.
Yeah, I think it's just too rapid. I feel like because like fucking portfolio that's not real stuff. I don't consider that real stuff. Like no, even though I still don't understand the fact that Marcus came up to me, fabulous project. I loved all of it. But glazing, I may say, glazing in my face. I was like, yo, all right, like this. Where's the grade? The grade does not speak for it.
What did you get on precedent analysis?
A-.
And your final grade was a C.
Plus.
C+. So he must have not liked your portfolio, is my guess.
My portfolio.
But then also your NCMA grade would have been low.
Which I don't understand.
Yeah.
It just doesn't, nothing is adding up in my head.
Because it would have meant that your grade was lower than a C.
Exactly.
Which is crazy. So yeah. I've kind of figured out how I got a B+ because I had a B or B- on precedent analysis and I didn't put much effort into the portfolio, so I probably didn't get the best grade on that either.
But I feel like he should send an email explaining how he got to the point of getting like you a grade.
That's true, but he said he doesn't like to do that. He said if you want to talk about your grade, meet him in person.
But I feel like if I meet him, you did ask. That's
yeah, I don't. Oh.
I feel like she just like
I don't know.
but like I like what Reggie did. I
Yeah.
like what Reggie did
Yeah.
because that's like professional. I really like it. I like a professional. And he came up to me and when we were taking our pictures, he was like, "I'll see you next year." He told it to me last week, so I was like, "Okay." Oh, I did pass, but like
Yeah.
I don't know, just like bruh, like I was grinding my ass off, and I don't know why he was like okay, the start was a little bit funky. We know how I started. It was like on and off. But like come on. Like everything else like there was blood and tears getting thrown at this project for both of us.
Yeah.
Like come on now. I wouldn't say didn't put effort into this project. I would definitely like to think that this and we can put our pictures of our project into the when we were talking about this so
Yep.
the viewers can see kind of like what we had but come on now like
Also, I feel like I'm still kind of annoyed with a B plus. I know a B plus is good, especially for college.
yeah
But like, I placed
third
third.
yeah exactly
in
no
NCMA.
no because I was thinking I thought you gonna get like Kaden got A minus for example
Caden got an A minus, but he also got an A on precedent analysis.
A minus
He
He
got
had
an
the
A
same-
minus on yeah.
yeah
I got a B minus on precedent analysis, which will bring
so
my
you
grade
got
down.
an A on NCMA basically
I probably got an A on NCMA, but I would have thought Marcus might just
but the
bump the
president
grade up.
analysis is worth 30% or like 25
It's 30% because the portfolio is 10%,
exactly because NCMA is worth 60 yeah
which is why I would have got a B plus.
it still doesn't add up in my head how
Yeah, I don't know,
whatever
But-
I don't care
yeah.
well
But now we're here. I'll say I was kind of in the same position as you with like I got out of AE and it was like this feels weird.
yeah
It was more. I think it was more so because I was not feeling very good after I left that exam.
really
Yeah,
oh well you said but
Yeah.
me and Marcel were juiced we left that and we were like oh yes sir like it's like we thought we did good on it
Exactly,
so and I wrote a lot I think as long as you write like you chilling and the back page I was like whatever the front I don't know we felt Marcel and I felt like this was our easiest exam so far
Okay.
so
I felt like it was honestly, I feel like it was my hardest because I always did good with the math, but now that we're
how'd you do on the first page
the first page, I don't know.
did you understand it or no
I did.
okay
I think I understood it.
okay
So just looking at those slides that we were given yesterday, that was very helpful.
yeah I understood
That's-
it yeah I understood it I understood that first page so I was just like you know what whatever so it's just like I did it and then go back to the second and third went back to the first page yeah okay that's double checked it makes sense whatever but we left like right when you left
Did you?
right after you
Oh.
you threw your paper off after John right
Yep.
yeah so when you drop your page off I looked at Marcel and Marcel like gave me a nod and he dropped his paper left I dropped my paper left and yeah I think we left like 5 minutes after you something like
Gotcha.
that.
Okay.
So yeah we didn't sit there for the whole time
Yeah.
because like I was looking over my paper and I was like I cannot add more like this is like the most I can put so yeah
Yeah. Left AE. Wasn't feeling terribly good about it. And I just got back to the dorm. I was like, well,
what about now
what do I do? I'd been thinking that I might want to go fishing just because
why not
it's a fun thing. It would get the exam and what happened today off my mind.
yeah 100%
So I was like, I might do that. But first I had to call the place that I'm planning to work at.
yeah the valet
Yeah.
you want
So-
to talk about that
I guess sure.
yeah
So yeah, working at Mannheim Auto Auction.
are
I
you
get
for
to-
sure working there or no
Not for sure, but from my buddy from back home, he works there,
Okay.
And
Gavin?
Gavin, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He said that the person who interviewed him basically said that if you're getting an interview, you're practically in.
Okay.
So I have an interview scheduled. So basically, I'm going to be hired.
That's what I got told for my job that I interviewed for. And look how that turned out.
Mm. Anyways.
Sorry, I'm just a little bit mad about that, but it's
Yeah.
okay.
Anyways, yeah, so I get to drive cars around. Actually, right now, the one that I ended up applying for, I will be driving the cars across the auction.
Atlantic.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in the ocean. Just
Yup.
I'm gonna be driving them across the auction stage.
Okay, that's fine.
But then I'm gonna try and add days, so I'm not just working 1 day a week.
Yeah, that would be a little bit brutal. 1 day a week is a little bit.
I want to at least work 3.
Yeah.
3 would be nice.
That was valid.
But yeah.
No, I also applied for summer job. I applied at the. So I'm going to Poland. We can start talking about how we move into the summer, but I'm going to Poland first. I'm leaving this Sunday. That's why we're recording ahead.
Yep.
But going to Poland and then coming back May 31st. So that's when we're gonna have to, get our stuff together, but re-record more episodes for the rest of the summer. Well,
For the rest, I don't think we need to record for the rest.
No, not for the rest, because then we can just connect online or something.
Yeah.
But like get
New format.
Yeah, exactly. We'll just call it temporary.
Temporary.
Like we're
Yeah.
away or something. But yeah. So we did that, and then I'm trying to go to California for 2 months, as you know, because I told you before. But yeah, I'm trying to go to Cali, get a job.
Mm-hmm.
Probably will work at Trader Joe's. We'll see how it goes. But it was funny because I applied. I completely didn't think about this, but I applied for part-time. But I said that I can work every day of the week. And they asked me what are the hours that I can work, and I applied for weekdays 12 hours. I can work 12 hours
12
every
hours a
single day.
Dude.
And then I can work during the weekends 8 hours.
So you're not going to be doing anything over in California besides working.
I am. I go to work at 8 a.m.
And you'll get out at 8 p.m.
Something like that, yeah. Bro,
That's
you just gotta wake up at 5, hit the waves, enjoy, and then go to work.
That's valid.
Yeah.
I think you gotta go to bed at a decent time, unless you
Yeah.
want to get 5 hours of sleep the entire summer.
9 p.m.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's valid.
that's valid.
Yeah. No, I'm
We're
kidding.
architects. We can
I'm kidding.
deal with
I'm
that.
probably not gonna. When I talk with Logan even goes, they're not gonna hire you for this many hours.
Yeah.
Because
then they'd have to pay you overtime.
Yeah, they will have to pay me overtime or just hire me for full time, which whatever. But so I'm probably gonna end up. I'm gonna be working 4. I would love to work 4 times a week and then get 3 days off or something like that.
It's a move.
Yeah, I mean Logan's working right now. I think he said he gets 2 days off, which is ideal to get work 5 days a week. I think he gets off Mondays, Tuesdays.
Interesting. Where does he work?
O'Reilly's. He's quitting though.
Okay.
He worked at Taco Bell for 3 or 4 years. He quit that and he started working at O'Reilly's, but he's quitting that so he can work with me.
Gotcha.
Or work with me. We're thinking about working together, but we'll see how that turns out. Right now, he's just dissing me that I'm unemployed. So, whatever.
That's great. Yeah,
But-
we can totally be employed while we're working on studio projects.
Bro, I tried to explain to him that it's it's impossible. Like I would love to, but it's literally impossible. I tried to DoorDash over. Also, he says that DoorDashing is not a job, which
I can kind of agree with that, but at the same
do
time,
not tell him that. Say it is.
well, it's a little late now.
He calls it a side hustle.
I would call it a side hustle.
Whatever. I call it a job. it's
You're
a
just
job.
driving
It's-
around delivering food.
Yeah, but it's a job. I
That's
consider
true.
It's what we can is side hustle not a job?
No, it would be a job. I guess if you're not doing a main job, then that would be considered your job.
Exactly. I
Except
am earning
what,
money through it, so
You're self-employed then. if you're
exactly
doing that.
self-employed. Yeah, but defo trying to get employed, as we said, and defo cannot do it when we're in architecture. It's just way
Yeah.
too much time on the projects.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like when we're missing like our classes because we have to work on studio,
yeah,
that's when you know you're not going to be able to actually work any other, like actually work a job.
exactly.
Like you were missing some materials classes.
Yep.
I was missing site classes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's rough.
It got to a point
It's
where we
rough.
started missing the anthropology class.
That was only like once or twice,
Yeah.
but
Once you guys went in, you and John, and then once I went in for yeah, and then once neither of us went.
Grace went.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
Really shout her out. I did not want to give her a shout out, but it's okay. The shout out, Grace, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but what else is new?
What else is new? I don't.
Italian brain rots all over Instagram.
Tralaleo, tralala.
Bombardiro, crocodilo.
Tropi, tropi, tropi.
Okay, we're not
tropi.
doing this right now. But
We'll go through every single one
no, but
right here, right now.
I wonder, like, where does this even come from? Like this Italian brain rot, like
Italy.
It just appeared.
It
Okay,
came from Italy.
there's no way it did not come from Italy. I refuse to believe that.
I don't get how you got it like 3 weeks before everybody else did. That's what kind of like threw me off. And that's why I would say it came from Europe. At least from Europe. Maybe not Italy specifically, but it came from Europe.
Okay, well, I don't know. I feel like, but like, what is this brain rot? I feel like this is like the new version of like, what are we doing with ourselves? Like, this
don't
is
know.
not real.
I don't know. But I like it more than what Brain Rot's been previously.
Okay, 2024 brain rot was bad.
Exactly.
Like skibbity toilet, like that. What is that? I don't. understand
Was that
what
even in 2023?
2023 or 2024?
Both of them.
I don't know which one that was, but it was bad.
Either way, all that stuff from what's that generation?
Gen Alpha.
Gen Alpha. Yeah. that was not it. Now, millennials and Gen Z brain rot back in the 2010s peak.
Like Vine.
Vine and a little bit after Vine, like
Musically.
yup. All the music stuff.
Musically, the
Oh wait, the app?
yeah.
Oh, I'm not talking. I'm talking about like our brain rot used to be musical, like it was a lot of songs.
Oh no, I meant like TikTok before it was TikTok. It was Musically, but it got bought off by, I'm pretty sure, the Chinese or something like that. So yeah.
Yeah,
but
no, not that. I never heard of that before.
Musically,
Yeah,
you know, I used to post Musically videos, and
I could see it.
I was in middle school, and one day, my friend comes to me, which Logan knows. His name is Toshiki. He doesn't watch these videos, so I'm gonna mention him, so I can fucking cuss him out. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that. But he comes to my like class, and he shows me a video of me doing a Musically dance, and I'm just like, so how did he find that? That's the real question. I was like, how did one find that?
It was on his recommended.
If it was back then, I would have been crazy, but I had to delete like all the videos. I was like, I am not dealing with it, especially in middle school.
Yeah.
I go, do not show it to anyone. And he goes, I'm showing it to everyone. And I was like, time to delete. Boom, boom, boom. I think I had like 10 posted at that time. So it was like bad.
That's
And I
great.
used to have my side part back then. I did have a
The
side,
side part.
And, it was rough.
Man, we don't talk about how I looked in middle school and half of high school. Those were rough days.
Beginning of high school, I looked bad because I I don't have a low forehead. I have a like my forehead. I wouldn't say it's massive, but like it's not like small.
Forehead reveal, hairline reveal.
Hell no, we're not doing that shit right now. Okay, fuck off. But yeah, like you have a valid forehead, but like mine is like here.
Yeah.
So like all of this is like chopped. But I used to like like style my hair like to the side. Like I didn't push it back, but I just pushed it to the side because I thought it looked good because I was trying to have that messy look. And I was just like, not working. Like it's just not it. Like, so I switched it, and then I started doing like I just wanted it to have like that normal cut that like the guys in high school had. So I just cut it short and I just like did it. But my hair is super straight. So it just kind of just like it didn't look great. I'm gonna keep it a buck. It didn't look great. And then and then I had the Troy Bolton haircut. That also was end of middle school. And I came back to it in high school. You know Troy Bolton haircut? High School Musical? Zac Efron.
I think I know.
It's like Justin Bieber cut, kind of, but it's not as bad. It's like, so I had that, and then when we went to Key West, after we came back from Key West, I did the double side part, the one that is popular now, where it's
the one
like
that I did.
The one in the middle where you have the. So you sometimes have that.
Yeah,
I feel like So
when I'm not wearing a hat.
Yeah, so I had that. The forehead, it's the forehead that is not. It doesn't go well with it. And especially the fact that my hair is super straight, it just doesn't go well.
Yeah.
So then I guess I had that for like a week. So then I went back to like normal hair. And we've been with this since senior year, I guess. Well,
it's valid.
Yeah, though. We've been with like this. What would you call this even? This isn't a low taper fade. This is like.
It's like I'd say it's a really straight perm. Am I wrong?
No, I just got disrespected. It's a bit of perm. Damn, all right.
But it's like it's just really straight. So it's not like it's not your normal perm.
Yeah, I guess. Looking myself in the
check
TV.
It out. Yeah.
No, but
it's a valid cut though.
Yeah, I think it suits me well for now.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if I get older, I'll have it shorter, but for now, it's okay.
Yeah, I didn't have any style, middle school and high school.
I was
just there. I existed.
Yeah, I mean, middle school, I just kind of like whatever, just like got a cut. But in middle school, I didn't get my hair cut. I only got a cut in Poland.
So you had really long hair.
I had long hair. So I remember there are pictures of me in 8th grade. I had the surfer hair. That was good look. That was a good look for me. So what I know is I'm either good with short hair or I'm good with like longer hair, where my hair starts like, when I get longer, it starts going curly, like it starts getting the curls.
It starts getting a little wavy.
So then it starts looking good. And especially in California, because it's sunny there all the time, my hair was like blonde. Like it was like this like
nice
brighter blonde. So I just had that like, yeah, like it was like, it looked good. But yeah, middle school.
That's valid, bro. Yeah, back in not middle school, but freshman year of high school, I used to rock the goatee.
Oh no, Heisenberg.
Yeah.
If someone gets it, then comment down below. But
right,
the Heisenberg.
Right there. That's why I don't know if you ever noticed, but my hair is thicker, right around like where my mouth is, because that's where the goatee used to be.
You see, I don't really.
It's probably hard to see it from further away, and nowadays because I've been rocking just the normal trim for 3 or 4 years now.
Okay.
So like it's getting grown out now. Like it's getting thicker, fuller.
That's good.
But back in
high
school,
you definitely look good with the beard. Like I think I've seen you without the beard. You definitely like the beard matches you. Mm-hmm. For me, it's like beard is like is like okay, but like for me it's just annoying. I don't like the this. Like I like bro.
ASMR.
Yeah, nah. Like I don't know, something with the beer just like doesn't suit me. So it's like, so it's just I just know I like it clean a little bit, like when it like the beer starts coming out, it's still nice, but then
Like a little bit of scruff.
exactly
Yeah.
Gotta shave it off. What are we even we got on the Italian brain rots
brain
and we
rot.
somehow ended up on beard hair and like hair.
We're all over the place tonight.
I mean, we're just chilling. We're kind
We
of
are,
just
yeah.
like just chilling. Low key, like we didn't really have an idea like what we really want to focus on this
Just
podcast.
kinda wanted to talk.
Like I haven't some notes written down what we want to talk about, but like
I'm just looking at my recording.
yeah, but like
We're 35 minutes
whatever. But I did want to talk about hobbies and about side quests.
in. Side quests.
Yeah, because I feel like we all have some hobbies that we really passionate about. You have cars,
I
you
have
have
cars.
fishing.
Fishing, I'm not that passionate about fishing.
Okay, well
I
you have
like-
cars and you have cars.
So I have cars.
Cars?
Much less well known here, but much more well known back where I live and where I grew up.
If you say deja vu or whatever that thing is,
Rendezvous?
Rendezvous.
That's not a hobby. That's not a hobby.
If someone knows what he's talking about, and they're not talking about, and he's not talking about the date, he's not talking about French, he's talking about.
I'm not talking about like.
Don't
something
explain it. Don't explain it.
I know. I'm not going to explain what I'm explaining. What most people know as rendezvous, which is,
okay.
or oh wait,
Most people know.
oh yeah,
is in
rendezvous, which is
French,
like
meeting up.
meeting at a point. I was thinking deja vu for a second. They're so close.
Yeah. So
Not rendezvous, but trains.
the silence speaks for itself. No, there's nothing wrong with trains. I feel like, how'd you get into trains though? I didn't even know that.
So,
Oh my god. You would have loved Jamie's house. Jamie has a whole downstairs. He has a whole train.
he has a whole model railroad. We're going to Jamie's house.
We're
going to Jamie's house.
He has like a box of different like trains, and he has like the whole like he has a train station. He has the train that like the
Was it like set up or was it just in boxes?
it's set up. The things are set up. Just
Yes, sir.
But it's like he has a little like it's like professional. It's not like a toy. It's like
Oh yeah, it's model trains. I have.
you know I had that in Poland, though, right? I had that. I had something like this in Poland because
I have about, if I had to guess, probably around 100 pieces worth of locomotives and rolling stock,
excuse me.
which are train cars. Yeah, I have a lot. Anyways, so
All right, nerd.
Jamie has the Jamie has the whole setup in the basement.
Yeah, holy. We're gonna talk about
right.
Jamie's house because people have been asking me, but that's like I
Well,
wanted to leave that for later. Going back
Yeah,
to
that might
hobbies
be
and quests.
when we get back
Get back.
next year. I feel like it would be. Why don't we talk about Jamie's house?
But I want to talk about
At
his house
Jamie's
because
house.
people ask me to.
Okay, that's valid. That's
so
valid.
in a second we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
So
But
I know you
yeah,
didn't go.
getting into trains themselves. It started as soon as I was born, basically. My great grandfather and
Popped out. Yo, give me a train. Give me a
my
train.
great grandfather and I believe my grandfather as well, both worked on the railroad. My great grandmother,
The one that went from New York to Oregon.
was testing my knowledge.
What is it called? Not
That's-
transcontinental. It's called.
That's not the transcontinental. Transcontinental was from, it was New York. It was from New York or Philly to,
Chicago.
no, that went all the way to the West Coast. It went straight across the middle of the U.S.
The transcontinental. Yeah, that's what
Transcontinental.
we were talking about. The Oregon Trail. That's what I was talking about.
Oregon Trail. Oregon
I was talking
Trail
about
is
the
up
Oregon
north.
Trail.
Oregon Trail is up north. That was way later.
Okay.
Um,
So yeah, I guess we're
But
all
yeah.
talking about transcontinental railroad.
kinda. That one went from Oregon to Chicago. Oregon Trail went from Oregon to Chicago.
I was talking about transcontinental.
Transcontinental went from California to
Yes.
New York or
because the San
Pennsylvania.
Francisco people started going to San Francisco for the
Yep.
gold chase. Bro, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Something about American history, it's actually so interesting because it's like like European history. Okay, it's way better. Let's start by that because it's older. There's way more of it.
That's true.
But like the American history is funny to me because it's like some goobers just show up on this land and they just start like exploring like a Fortnite map. They just start like.
Yep. Have you ever seen the? Have you ever seen the like short video of the explanation of American history? And it's just all these little balls, and they're different countries, so they all have the different flags on them.
Yeah. The balls, like the
It's like a little. It's like a little sphere or something.
Yeah. Exactly. Yep.
It's just America's just kind of watching Europe.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes, and then every now and then just goes over.
Yep. I love this video.
It's such a
I haven't
random.
seen one in a while.
I saw it last week. Yeah, last week. It was. I love that. I love that video. It's so funny.
Yeah.
But it's so accurate, which is the best part.
Yeah. But
yeah.
going back to trains.
Getting back to trains.
We'll just keep side questing and
Yep.
tracking.
Side quests. We'll come back to that.
We're horrible today. But it's okay.
You see, it's because we have so much free time now. It's like we're all jumbled up.
We just want to be talking about everything, but let's rattle back.
How I got into trains. So, yeah, great grandfather worked on the railroad. I believe my grandfather worked on the railroad, and my great grandmother, she had
Also worked on the railroad.
did not work on the railroad, but she loved
Trains.
and steam trains specifically because she was born in the 1920s.
Okay.
So she grew up with riding the trains all the time, and then grew up with steam trains, which are the coolest. So I think that's what kind of sparked it.
Okay.
Because every time I was at my great grandmother's, they had this little wooden train set from the 1950s or like 50s, 60s ish, and I'd always be playing with that. It's now sitting in my room. I just have it on display in my room. It's honestly just a really neat set.
No, that's valid.
But
is it in good condition?
It's in perfect condition.
Okay, then it's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's what initially sparked it, and then my parents just kind of kept it going. So I had like the entire setup of wooden trains,
Oh wow. Okay.
and I, as like a toddler, of course, was watching Thomas the Tank Engine. I don't know if you had that over in Europe.
Thomas the Train.
Thomas the Train.
Yeah, I watch a lot of Thomas the Train.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thomas the Tank Engine.
He's a tank engine.
Oh, that's not what the show is called.
It was called Thomas the Tank Engine. Maybe it was called something different in Polish, or maybe the translation.
Thomas the Train.
Okay. In the U.S. and probably just
Was
in
it Thomas the
English.
Train or was it like Thomas in France or something like
Thomas and Friends. That's what it is.
that? Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that is what initially sparked it, and then I just didn't really let go of it. So I went into the more professional stuff, which is model railroading.
So you technically should be good at model making.
So I never
Cut you off guard.
I never really got that far. So
Bro, stop.
I've had like, honestly, I've only had one failed layout that I tried to make,
Okay.
and it's just I don't know why I didn't like invest my time, but I had all the tracks set up, and I just run the trains, and I'd be like, oh, all right, back upstairs.
Yep.
Instead of actually like laying down ballast, putting down grass, trees, buildings.
I mean, you're a kid. Like, you just want to...
Yeah. I just wanted to watch them go around.
Exactly. So.
But yeah, I don't want to toot my own horn or anything. But I feel like I am pretty decent at model making
All right.
overall. Like,
Yeah.
I think from what we've learned in architecture, I could probably now apply that to model railroading and
Okay.
do some pretty good models there.
That's valid.
which I actually kind of want to do this summer.
Yeah,
One of my plans and one of my hobbies to bring back again.
Stop. Logan's gonna cut this out.
Yep.
Because he's gonna walk in.
That's Greg.
Yep.
Where'd he go?
Huh?
So where did he go?
Home.
Oh yeah, I forgot he lives like 2 minutes away.
Hold up. Logan, cut this out. What? Okay. What minute are we in? On the
45.
45. Okay, so from so somewhere at 44, 45. I have to let him know so he doesn't have to search for it. I mean, he's gonna have to go through it.
Yeah. What do we want to? We're gonna have to cut this off somewhere and just talk about side quests and all that stuff in another podcast.
Second, you're finishing your train.
My train stories.
Yeah.
What else is there to talk about? I'll gather my thoughts instead of just letting them come to me. Where were we at?
Huh?
Where were we at?
You finished talking about the models.
Oh, making models, yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to make a mountain. I tried to make a model mountain.
What do you mean?
We'll talk about it on the podcast.
Okay. All right.
In a second.
Yo.
What up?
Oh, okay. We're recording, so his camera is like pointing technically over there in your room.
Okay.
Yeah. This is gonna get cut out, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Just letting you know. All right. And we're back.
Yeah, so I feel like overall probably going to be pretty good at modeling, even if it's a lot more detailed.
Okay.
But yeah, I actually tried to make a model mountain
Okay.
when I had my failed layout. That was like the last little hurrah, and then I came up to college and was like, I can't do anything with it now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it was just this cardboard frame or like cardboard shell almost, and then newspaper on top of that, and then you use a water glue mixture.
Okay.
And you just paint. You basically
I know.
You paint the newspaper on.
Yep.
And then you spray paint that. Then you put grass or whatever. I never got to that part. I just had the spray paint on it.
Oh, okay. That's fun though. That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, that's a cool little project.
It was decent.
Yeah,
But
that's valid.
if I'm doing it again, I'm gonna go the full.
Full on, yeah. Are you
the
gonna
full
do it over the
project.
summer if you have time or no? Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I want to work only like 3 days.
Yeah, so you have time for you.
So I have time to do other things because, model trains.
Well, you have to enjoy yourself. It was a difficult.
Oh yeah.
Fucking like 9 months that we had. Exactly. Imagine someone got pregnant and the child was born already.
That's crazy. That's a weird analogy.
Hey.
You're the king of those. You're the king of those.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll give it to you.
What else did I say? Something. It's like putting baby into trousers.
Yo,
It's like fitting a baby into trousers.
I still don't get it. I still don't get it.
You'll get it with time. You'll learn. You'll learn their ways.
I'll learn the ways. All right. Sure. But yeah. I guess.
So cars, trains.
Oh yeah, cars. I know I have my car and it's been on the wall in previous podcasts.
Yeah.
But I also have this other car, the project car, we'll call it.
That you have, or
Yeah, I have. It's called the Peel P50.
okay.
It's this little tiny car that Gavin, my friend, and I built with 3D printed pieces.
Oh, you should.
I've talked to you about this before, but we want to right now. It looks like a barn find almost. There's boxes in the seat.
Yeah.
The steering wheel is like.
Is that what you guys are gonna be working over the summer?
Oh yeah, 100%. We want to actually put a motor in it and drive it.
Okay, that's fire.
Because the last time we got to drive it was the end of senior year. when we had an
Oh
electric
wow.
we had an electric motor in it,
Okay.
and that wasn't ours. We borrowed it from our shop teacher,
Okay.
who neither of us ever had a class with, but we both connected with him pretty well because
Okay.
we had to be in there like a good amount of the time to do some stuff. Like we helped weld the frame a little bit,
Yeah.
explained where we needed things cut. We were in there sandblasting,
Yeah.
doing a bunch of stuff.
That makes sense.
But yeah, the car itself, the shell, is 200 to 300 plus 3D printed pieces,
Okay.
all PLA filament. So we had to fiberglass it. That's
the
one of the
Prusa-
things that
did
we're
you
gonna have to do now.
Did you use the Prusa to use it?
No, I hate Prusa. Prusa sucks. Respectably, it sucks. We used Creality Ender 5s.
Yeah.
Brilliant machines. I love those.
How much are they?
About 500 a piece.
That's not bad.
It's not terrible now, and it's a larger bed than the Prusa.
If I save up money, I'm getting a 3D printer.
I want a 3D printer also.
So, okay.
But yeah, we'll get, or yeah, we had to make 300 plus pieces, and we had to plastic weld them all together.
Okay.
That took forever.
Yeah, I would assume with your little plastic welder that you have.
It wasn't mine, or when we were doing it at the time, we weren't using our own. We were using our drafting teachers,
Okay.
like old broken ones that he didn't use anymore.
Yeah.
So it was a slow process, but eventually we got it done. And then after that, we had to actually fiberglass it.
Okay.
Which, next mistake we made, we got fiberglass sheet. If you know what that
Okay.
is, it's basically
Yeah, I know what fiberglass sheet is.
So it's just like a cloth,
Yeah.
and we painted that on, but that didn't go terribly well. There was a bunch of air bubbles underneath.
So now you know how to properly wrap your car.
Properly wrap the car. I wouldn't. They're two completely different things: wrapping a car and fiberglassing a car.
Okay.
But now, after 1 to 2 years of body working and bondoing the whole thing and sanding it down by hand.
Body working.
All right. After all that, we're kind of like, yeah, we're done. We're just gonna refiberglass the whole thing.
That's valid.
But we're gonna
Good. You're gonna get it.
We're gonna do it good,
Yeah.
and we're going to use shredded fiberglass.
What's the difference?
So fiberglass is just like that cloth.
Yeah.
Shredded fiberglass is basically just raw fiberglass. It's just pieces.
So it's like shear wall.
Shear wall. It's not like shear wall. Shear wall is a solid structure.
Ah, good that you know. Good that you know. I'm happy.
It's like, imagine confetti,
Okay.
but if you put some resin in it, it becomes
Bonds it together.
extremely strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like that, and you just paint it on.
Okay.
So we're gonna do that this time, and fix our roof because we left it out in the sun a little bit too long,
Melted.
and because it's PLA, yeah. It kind of went.
All right. Well,
But yeah,
At least you got. At least
We
you
have-
know
we-
what to do over
yeah.
the summer.
I have a lot of projects to work on, which honestly I'm happy about because even though, of course, we worked so hard in studio, I
You have
just
something
I
to
just
keep
like
you going.
working.
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
working.
I mean,
So
if you don't, then then, bro, if you're just a lazy ass at that point.
yeah, it used to be I'd call myself lazy before because I'd always be playing video games, but a lot of the time I was doing projects,
Yeah.
but it was in Minecraft or like
Yeah.
what are other games? Scrap Mechanic. I don't know if you've ever heard
Yeah,
of that.
I've heard of Scrap Mechanic. Yeah.
Terraria. It was a lot of games.
I
More.
hate
It was
Terraria.
more like adventure building games
Yeah.
compared to playing Fortnite.
I don't like Terraria. People like it so much. I just
You don't like Terraria? I love Terraria.
not for me.
It's
Too 2D.
2D.
Yeah.
You see, here's the fun thing. From an architectural standpoint, it is a ton of fun to make that game feel 3D.
Okay.
So you do that like with how you do your buildings.
Yeah.
You can make roofs look 3D.
Yeah.
You can make rooms look
because
3D.
you can just perspectival it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a ton of. I love doing that. But yeah.
It's valid.
What about you? Hobbies?
Hobbies. Soccer, football, definitely more on the athletic side. I mean, today was rough day. Today's I'm not gonna talk about what happened
How'd
today.
the game go?
No, I'm not talking about it. I don't care. No one's getting out of me. It didn't go well, so
I mean, I could say it.
Huh?
I said I could say it.
But you can say what?
Who lost?
Oh, don't even. Barca lost to Inter 4-3, but it's about that. I was so pissed. Yeah. Yep. It just gets me mad if I talk about it. Mad. I don't really get sad. I was sad at first, but then I was just like, bro, whatever. And the referee was Polish, and he was so ass. One of the worst ref games I've ever. You see, and I'm just getting mad.
Yep.
So football. Generally sports. I try to follow a lot of sports. Like Marcel and I, we've been going pickleball recently, so I've been trying to get better at that. I've been trying to play tennis, but I'm so ass. Like
I want to learn some tennis.
You know what's the problem? You play pickleball and you like have the swing, which is nice because you have the plastic ball, but the tennis and you try to do the same swing and the ball goes because in tennis
tennis is all about the spin.
Yeah, exactly. You cannot hit it hard because it just like.
Yeah. Well, you can hit
it hard, but you have to hit it hard, but precise angle.
Yeah.
For me, it's like I hit it every time I hit it. It's like I'm playing baseball. Like it's like.
Gotcha.
But so sports, volleyball. I played some volleyball. I just found some people at IM. Just started playing with them. Leaving more of the athletic side. Hobbies. Movies. Watching movies. Trying to find good movies. I'm definitely into that. I've tried to make time to watch a good movie. Even if it's rewatching a great movie. I recently rewatched Oppenheimer.
Okay,
for third time.
Somehow?
Or it was the third time watching it.
Somehow I haven't seen that yet.
It's really good. It's actually really good.
I was wanting to see it in IMAX. I forget why
We saw it at IMAX with Logan.
Nice.
We saw it in Colorado. So it was we saw it in IMAX. It was like, bro, it was out of this world.
That would have been
I remember
sick.
We were in Colorado, both of us. I was there for 2 weeks because I was dog sitting. He was there for a week to visit me, and we saw in that span of a week we saw Oppenheimer and Barbie. So Barbenheimer, but Oppenheimer, of course, I loved it. Barbie at that time I really didn't like Barbie. Now it has grown on me. I don't mind the Barbie now because it's like it's whatever. It's okay now. Still not one of my favorite movies, but like, yeah. So. Sports overall, movies, and then I guess I like a lot of things, but the problem is that I like to I can say my hobby is traveling, for example, but or well, I guess not everyone has like these like aspects. I'm going to Barcelona. When I'm gonna be in Poland, I'm going for 3 days to Barcelona to watch of course I'm going to see a Barca game. First time ever. Even though they lost today and they cannot have a chance of winning a treble, which is winning the 3 major trophies, I'm still excited to go because the upcoming game is against Real Madrid. I don't know if you know what team that is. Madrid.
Yep.
So it's the game is called the El Clasico. It's the biggest game in football. It's like the pinnacle of the game. This is the 4th time they're meeting this season, which is like rare. If they win that game, they win the league, most than likely.
Okay.
I think they win the league. Or it could be if they win the league, or if they win that game, the next game is the game I'm gonna be at. And if they win that game, then they're 100% winning the league. So it could be coming to the fact the game I'm going to, which is the Derby de Catalunya, which is also a very important game for the FC Barcelona, because it's the derby of the two teams from the Barcelona region, 2 teams from Barcelona playing against each other. If they win that game, then 100% are league winners. But they have to win the game against Real Madrid.
Okay.
So, I'm very excited. I'm very hyped to go.
I would be excited.
Yeah, and then yeah, so I'm gonna be in Barcelona. I'm gonna try to go see Familia, of course, which is the big, the big cathedral in
Hmm.
Barcelona. Of course, some food. Oh, food. I can say my hobby is food. I'm passionate about it. Love trying new foods.
Yep.
But these are like basic. I don't have anything like something out of this world. I guess I can say my hobby recently has been I've been trying to learn new programs on the computer. I've definitely been trying to explore more of these.
Yeah.
Like I've
Trying to
been
be more tech savvy.
yeah, because I feel like I want to be, when I want to be in the future as an architect, I want to be that person that how to operate a lot of things. Like we already know how to use Rhino, we know how to use AutoCAD, we know how to use Revit. And I guess like the only thing that's really like we know how to use Photoshop, Illustrator. Like I know how to use InDesign at this point. Like I learned it already doing the stupid portfolio.
Yeah. I don't like InDesign.
No, I hate InDesign. I learned the what's it called, Lightroom. I learned how to use it, but it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
But
Like for the basics of Lightroom, it's very easy, but you can
yeah, I watched
You can get washed up
I
pretty
watched
quick.
the YouTube videos to learn like more specified. I literally edited those images on my portfolio on Lightroom, all of them, like to make them look nice.
yeah.
So did that. What else? What else? Of course, is there? Of course, Blender.
Hmm.
Learned that. Got better at that. Um, I said already all those Adobe stuff, D stuff, Blender, Prusa's, the 3D printer. I would consider.
It's kind of like once you know how to use a 3D printing software,
Yeah,
you know how to use
exactly.
them all.
What else do we use? I feel like there's something else that we're missing. I'm missing. No.
Photoshop?
I said Photoshop, Illustrator, all the Adobe stuff. But I wanna learn how to use SketchUp
SketchUp. Okay.
because why now?
Hmm.
And then Bluebeam.
I've never heard of that.
So Bluebeam is worked by the engineering companies.
Gotcha.
So
Well, I feel like SolidWorks is used more. SolidWorks.
so
is
you
probably
see,
better.
I know people that had an internship
And they used Bluebeam.
and they were required to use Bluebeam. I know that person was at first lost about Bluebeam, how to use it, but of course they they had an internship there, so they figured it out. So
Yeah.
I'm like, if they can figure it out, I can figure it out. Like,
Yeah.
come on now. But from what I saw, how it operated, like I was like, oh yeah, this is cool. Yeah. So
Okay.
so yeah, learning hobbies, I guess, like trying to get more, computer oriented, trying to learn. I've been hearing recently people have hard time with like Google Excel or like like is it no wait, Microsoft Excel, Google Sheets,
Google Sheets.
the green one.
Oh,
People have hard time with that.
actually?
I don't understand how. Like
Huh.
people like you can literally get hired in a company if you know how to use that.
Yeah. It's definitely a confusing thing until you figure it out.
But it's basic.
Yeah.
Just
Well, again, I'd say it's kind of like Lightroom, where you have the basic sort of operations that are very easy to figure out, but then once you start getting into the more like mathematical side of
yeah,
it,
how to do like taxes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Easy. Yeah. I don't know. To me, it's easy. It's
Yeah.
just maybe I'm just quick with it, but yeah. Yeah. So I guess this is good way to, I think, end the podcast. This episode. I mean,
we mentioned a lot of things, but we didn't actually talk about them.
What do you mean we didn't talk about them?
Rendezvous, side quests.
Oh, I was
whatever
gonna talk
else there
about,
was.
Oh wait, I have to
There's
talk
just
about
like- there's just
I have
like
to talk about Jamie's house. Too.
Jamie's house is there.
How are we doing with time? Okay.
Next one. Yeah.
Next podcast.
Next podcast.
Okay. Next podcast, Jamie's house.
Jamie's
We
house.
mentioned. But yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you
Yep.
for chiming in. Like, subscribe. Yeah, and then I guess we're just gonna keep rolling with recording. So this is probably gonna get posted later on. But yeah.
Yeah.
But we're gonna keep recording. So we're gonna have videos ready for you guys to upload. So stay chime in. And once again, this was like calm episode.
Yeah.
We're just.
I'm guessing the next 3 will be.
Yeah, exactly.
This is kind of the vibe for the night.
Yeah, exactly. We're just talking. So yeah, expect something. And yeah, thank you for listening.
Yeah.
See ya.
Thank you. See ya.